Welcome back. It is Wednesday, August 7th. The MLB. Our three best bets are on the way. It is Austin, joined by Logan. Let's dive into a recap of yesterday. An unfortunate 1-3 day. Let's talk about it. Giants and Nationals might have been the easiest over of the whole year. A great call, Logan. They tied 9 through 2 innings. Obviously, they soared over that. The Nats scored 11 on their own. Our losers, though, we had Rays and Cardinals nerfy. Lost because Gray gave up his first run in the first inning at home this year. Not much you can do there. That was one of the only 2 runs the Rays scored, I think, until the 9th inning. So that was fun. Parlay of the day, lost our 5 straight win streak lost because the Braves couldn't score 1 on Colin Ray. And then Colton Cowser, one that really aggravated me, is over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Not only did he get odds boosted, which I didn't love to see, he also his 4th AB. It would have been with bases loaded, and they pinch hit him. And the guy that they pinch hit was the rookie, Kobe Mayo, who struck out. So great call, Brandon Hyde. Nothing you can do there. 1-3 day. Let's try to bounce back today. We got 3 picks coming inbound for y'all, and hopefully we can go 3-0 or at least 2-1 and get back into the winning column for you all. Bet on a pretty good run. Yesterday was a little fluky, but hey, it's MLB. There's going to be variance every single day. I do want to have some sad news. There will be no breakdown today. I woke up a little bit late, and honestly, it's like an 18-game card. I just don't have a lot of things to get done this morning, including this video. So no breakdown today. They will return tomorrow for another slate tomorrow. So if you've been liking the breakdowns, I apologize, but they'll be back tomorrow. Don't you worry. But Logan, we got some picks to dive into. The first one, we need a bounce back. Parlay of the day is back. It's on Odds Checker. Top link in pinned comment and description. Go show it some love. Sure, we lost yesterday. Not much we can do there with the Braves not scoring. I mean, they had a leadoff double, couldn't get that going. They didn't even score the whole game, so it's not like there's anything we can do there. The Braves will never make their way into another parlay for us, maybe even another pick. They've just been terrible. But check it out, top link in pinned comment and description. But Logan, I'm throwing it to you. You've been on a heater, and I really like the pick you're rolling with today. Where are you going?
Yeah, yesterday we had a no sweat over cash. So let's try to do it again. I like the Astros and Rangers, the Battle of Texas, over 9. Minus 105 odds on FanDuel is your best value. I really do like the over between these two teams. It's a system play for me after the Rangers were nearly no hit yesterday. I mean, they were very, very close. They were 1 out away, and Corey Seager said, "Not today." Home run. These 2 pitchers might be 2 of my favorite pitchers for targeting an over. It's Yusei Kikuchi and Jose Urena. Let's talk about Jose Urena. My boy, Jose Urena. He makes his way back onto the show. Now, if you've been supporting us for a long, long time, you know I fade this guy. I just think he's a very, very mediocre, I'll call him bad pitcher. The more I trash him, the better he does, so I'm going to be careful. But Jose Urena starts for the Rangers, 3.7 ERA and a 1.27 whip for Urena. His most recent start, 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 earned runs to the Red Sox. Now that's more like the norm of a guy like Urena, who's a pitch-to-contact type pitcher. They flirt with danger, and Urena's flirted with danger all year long, and I was shocked to see his numbers still this good this far into the season, because normally Jose Urena is not a sub-4 ERA guy. He's just not. He faced Houston 4 times out of the bullpen, so they should be familiar with him by now. He went 1 innings pitched, 3 earned run in July in his most recent start. That's terrible. I mean, if you're gonna be in there for a short time, good time, not a long time. He was hit. And then he also went 1 1/3 innings pitched, 5 earned run. Again, he's not here for a long time, but the Astros absolutely obliterated him. And then if you keep going back in the game log, you see, the first couple of times he faced the Astros, it was solid. 4 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 1 innings pitched, 0 earned runs before those times. So they figured out how to hit him. And I have a lot of confidence in this Astros offense to be able to hit him again today. Urena he's a reverse splits guy. He allows a higher batting average to righties, being a righty himself. Allows a 269 batting average to right-handed bats. I think that's pretty important because I would classify the better bats in this Astros lineup, or at least the key guys, as righties. Altuve, Bregman, Yainer Diaz, etc. Those are the guys from the right side of the plate that I need producing. Yordan can do what Yordan wants to do. But I still think it's crucial that the righties have success, and I think they will against Jose Urena today. Urena also allowing a 288 batting average with runners in scoring position. That's awful. So I think the Astros, if they get traffic on the bases, Urena will fold like a cheap tent. I think they get some runs up on there. And then on the other side, it's going to be getting runs up on Yusei Kikuchi, who's starting for the Astros. 4.67 ERA and 1.33 whip for Yusei Kikuchi, obviously the ex-Blue Jay. They just traded him to Houston. He's coming off a good Houston debut. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs to Tampa Bay. But again, you got to look at his game log. If you're looking at his game log, his start prior to that, he went 4 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs to this Rangers team. They just saw him in a very, very recent time span. That the last matchup between Kikuchi and the Rangers was July 26th. Normally, you don't see these teams that close together, but that's a not a whole lot of days between that start. I really do think they get to Yusei Kikuchi. It's not like he's gonna do a whole lot to change up what he does. I mean, he is what he is, and I think being the lefty that they can definitely hit him with runners in scoring position. This is a crazy stat. You thought Urania was bad at a little under 300. Kikuchi allowing a 313 batting average with runners in scoring position. So when he gets traffic on the bases, he's liable for what we call a big inning, where you put up a 3-4 spot on the board just because you keep hitting around. I think the Rangers get to Yusei Kikuchi today. The Rangers versus lefties over the last 14 days, 8th in batting average, 10th in OPS, 11th in WRC plus. For all metrics, pretty much they're a top 10 offense against lefties recently. I think we back them once again today. I think the offense comes. Now, were they almost no hit by a lefty? Yes, but that's not Kikuchi's game. Yusei Kikuchi is not Framber Valdez. Kikuchi, 13th percentile on barrel percentage, 8th percentile on hard hit percentage. I really think Yusei Kikuchi, when he gets hit, I mean, it's normally for extra bases. I think this guy is, in danger zone today. And then we go to the bullpens, right? Over the last 14 days, Houston 13th in bullpen ERA, Texas 14th in bullpen ERA. So you've got not, two middle of the back type bullpens. Obviously, Houston's bullpen got a much needed break yesterday. Valdez had a great start there. But each of these bullpens is liable for 3-4 runs themselves. I think there are a lot of runs in this game, innings 1 through 9, however you want to slice it. I just see a lot of ways to get over that 9 total. I think it's high. It's set high, but I think it's high for a reason. I love the over in that game. But Austin, your game pick, it's another total. Where are you going for it?
Yeah, well, we would love a sweat-free over. I know my pick's not going to be sweat-free because we're taking an under. We got to balance things out. You can't have only overs on the card. I'm actually going to the Reds and Marlins game and taking the under at 8.5 in this game at -110, I believe, on Fanatics. Not too shabby. You should have 8.5 on almost every single book. Now, if you've been backing an under in this series, unless it's the Marlins team total under, you've been getting cooked because the Reds have been putting up a ton of runs. But I don't love their matchup today, and I think that we see the Reds bats cool off. We have seen that pretty much all season long on that third game of a series that kind of starts to slow down. This is a 4-game series. They do have Hunter Green starting tomorrow, so it's not like it's the end of the series and they're looking forward to their next one against the Brewers, which will be a big series for them. But I'm going to fade the Reds and the Marlins, both their offenses today. Now, Viente Biozo is projected to start for the Marlins. If you've never heard of him, I don't blame you. He's only made 3 starts, and in those starts, he went 0 earned runs against the Royals, I believe, 5 earned runs to the Red Sox, and then 2 in his most recent start. I forget exactly who that came against, maybe the Rays. I don't really remember 100%, but the 5 came against the Red Sox. We've talked about the Red Sox against any right-handed pitcher. They literally destroy him. It could be Seth Lugo. It could be the best pitchers in the league. They crush right-handed pitching. But now you're getting another righty in Biozo. Well, now you get the Reds against righties, and they haven't been, elite. Sure, they crushed Roddery Munoz, but who doesn't crush Roddery Munoz? That guy legitimately throws it middle of the plate. He's begging you to hit home runs. Biozo, I think, is a guy that can come out here and pitch well. He's not going to overpower guys with a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. He's mostly banking on location. And this is a guy that throws 4-seam cutter, but also switches in some off-speed with the changeup and the sweeper. And we know the Reds, coming off 1 million runs, they're going to be pretty aggressive at the plate. I think Biozo can use that against them, and I think he'll pitch decently today. Now, there's something else I like about him. They're not going to run him out there 6-7 innings. If Biozo somehow goes 6 or 7 today, it means he either has a no-hitter going or he is absolutely destroying the Reds, which is great for us. But you've seen his pitch counts the last few starts. Besides that Red Sox start where they kind of just let him go out there and run into danger, I mean, he's coming out around 70, 75 pitches. So he's going 5 innings, and then they're bringing it to the bullpen. So it's not like the Reds lineup is seeing him 3-4 times they'll maybe see him 3 times the top of the lineup. So I think he can pitch decently here today, and I think he can throw it to the Marlins bullpen, which on paper has been pretty good over the last few weeks. They haven't been terrible in this series, and they're honestly pretty well rested. They haven't used a lot of good arms. I believe Sean Anderson was the only guy they used in the first game. Yesterday they didn't use any good arms because they just kind of got rocked. They got all their well-rested arms here. So if Biozzo can give them a shot, they'll use their better bullpen arms, which is what we're looking for. And heck, they might already use them just because those guys haven't pitched in several days. But we need Biozzo to pitch well. We also need Andrew Abbott, who will start for the Reds, to pitch well as well. He's a 3.41 ERA. He's a steady guy, 2 earned runs or fewer in 16 of 22 starts. Now, he has some bad starts here and there, and it's going to happen. When you pitch in Great American Ballpark, you're going to have some bad starts where you're missing location, and in that ballpark, there's no favors there. The home runs will be hit if you miss location. Getting in the Marlins Stadium a little bit better, but he did face the Marlins all the way back in about a month ago, July 13th. They hit him for 5 earned runs. Now, again, that was in Great American Ballpark. This is not in there where that's a very hitter-friendly ballpark. This is not the case. This, in my opinion, a little bit of a weaker Marlins lineup. I mean, heck, the 5 earned runs, I believe 3 of them came off of home runs. He just didn't have it that day, and that happens. But Abbott's been really good, really steady, pretty good with runners in scoring position, just like Logan's backing it over because you got, Urania and Kikuchi both struggling with runners in scoring position. That hasn't been the case for Abbott this season. A 171 batting average allowed with guys on second and third, and then 2 outs, it's a 170. So he's been really good at getting those timely outs, which is typically what an over-under comes to. And can you get the timely hits if you're on the over, or the timely outs if you're on the under? And I think Abbott can get the job done. Similar to the Marlins, the Reds bullpen pretty well rested. Some of their better arms are still ready to go. They used a couple arms yesterday, but again, they were 8-2. So it's not like you're using your best of the best. Alexis Diaz hasn't pitched in several days. I like the under a lot in this spot. I think the first 2 games, sure, they sold over. Sometimes we see trends broken in that third game. I just don't think this is an easy over today. I think this one goes under. Biozzo and Abbott need a good start, and we need the bullpens to hold things down. So I like the Reds and Marlins under 8.5 as our third and final play of the day. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. And if you want to go check out, well, we don't have the breakdown, but if you want to check out our parlay of the day, it will be live a little bit later on. We got 2 picks that we really like. We're bouncing back. We hit 5 straight prior to yesterday. Not going to worry about the Braves selling us, but we have another one cooked up. It should be live around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So check it out. I'll link it on the screen when it is live. It's Austin Logan. We're signing out. We'll see you guys back again tomorrow with some more picks, and we'll see you guys then. Peace.